Alright guys, it is January 1st, 2026. We've got a new year and a new piece of equipment, or new to us, that we're going to try out. Best of my knowledge, and according to the information that Mr. Joey gave me, I've got 4 bolt holes right there, so I'm thinking that makes this the Super Plow Chief. This is a 14-inch double bottom, and I understand that's a very rare piece right there. So we're going to try it out, see how it's going to do, and I'll meet you at the field. Well, all right, guys, there's the plowing of 2026, getting the garden ready. Hopefully we can have some rain. We're a little dry around here, but if we can get more rain and some cold temperatures to freeze this ground, that really helps it break up better than the spring. So overall, I was very tickled with the way this is done. I know that 8N up there appreciates it a whole lot because it does not like a turning plow, especially in this ground we have here. Now I cut this, and I cut my dad's field down there. If you remember back last year where I had the cabbage at, that field down there beside the shop, and it's primarily mostly white flint rock. But I broke it, and we'll walk out there and look at it in a second. But I was, I can't grumble. I mean, really, the points are going to need to be changed on that plow eventually, but it got me by right now, and I may need to adjust that wheel. If anybody has any information on that rear wheel, where I could find out about exactly how to set it, I think I may need to drop it down. I raised it all the way up because I wasn't sure, but I noticed while I was using it that it's up out of the ground. It's not really hitting the furrow that well, and it could be the setting of my tilt on the plow too, so I don't know. I'll have to learn. This is going to be a learning curve, and I really want to get the plow book for that as well. So that's something else I'm looking for. But over here in this field now, I did a lot of it, not all of it, but where it would plow it, I done it in second gear, and you can see right through there, it throwed that dirt. Now this right here is second gear, first gear, but down here second gear, and that's fast in a 140 second gear of plowing. It's about like third gear on my Ford up here. Now Dad's Ford, we can plow with it if the ground is suitable in third gear, and it's about the same equivalent here. But one thing I was telling Dad, I would love to be able to put some lime out on this field later on, because it's needing, especially up there, it's needing something. I don't know. I noticed last year I had green beans up there, and they just sat there. They didn't do a thing. And a lot of that's got to do with some stuff that's coming from up here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Now, it's cleared up right now, but earlier today, it was everywhere out here. I know there's people thinks there's nothing to that. I don't care what they think. I just know what I know. I've been gardening most of my life, and that's mostly 50 years. And so it's a lot different now than it was a long time ago. I can tell you that. But anyway, guys, I appreciate all my subscribers. I appreciate all of you, and appreciate your support. We had a good harvest in the fall with sweet potatoes and the corn. The squirrels got into it, if y'all remember that, and I had to pull that stuff early, and where I stored it, and it's my fault, I ended up losing quite a bit that I had to throw out because it got wet, and that's my fault. But hopefully next year we can do something much better. But we did get some cornmeal, and I'm thankful for that. I had some collards. I never showed that, but I had a row of collards out here, and they didn't get as big as I wanted them to, but overall I can't grumble with that either. I did manage. I did that early this morning. We put up 5 quarts of collards, and to finish filling up the pressure cooker, I had some turkey broth left over from Christmas, and went ahead and just canned that with it too. So kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But anyway, I just wanted to say I appreciate all my subscribers, appreciate all your support, and sorry I've not been putting out many videos lately. It's just one of these things where you've got to hurry up and just get it done, you know. And doing this takes time, and I might sit down and do another talk time sometime or another in the near future. and I can go in a little more detail about some things that's going on, but I've got no plans of quitting my channel. I just, it's just life right now that I'm having to deal with. Let me show you one more thing, and then we'll walk down and look at the other field real quick. I have not done anything with this in a while, but this is we call it pole wood around here. It's just stuff that came out of the woods around here. It works me to death to bend over and saw that with a chainsaw. And I've done a video with that homemade circle saw, wood saw, buzz saw, whatever you want to call it. I did one with that, and there's a very early video, one of my first videos from years ago when I first started doing YouTube, of the Dearborn saw on the Ford tractor. And I think I've got one using this 8N as well. But I'd really like to do another video getting that saw back out and running it just a little bit. It hadn't been run in a long time, and I would love to. It's probably been about 10 years since I've had that saw out running, and I just like to run stuff like that. I don't know, I'm old-fashioned, I guess, but maybe we can do that in the very near future. Now guys, if it'll break this field right here, it'll break anything. And you can see it's a little heavy, but that's just the nature of the beast right now. Like I say, if we can get some rain on it, when you break it, that helps dry the field as well. So there's pros and cons of this, I know. A lot of people have different opinions about flat breaking ground. Me, this is the way we've always done it, and it's always worked good. I do think I'm a well-known believer in subsoiling as well, and I think this field was subsoiled. It's probably due. Really, I think it's good to do it every couple of years if you can, because you end up with what they call that hard pan, and that comes from just disking ground over and over and over again. That's where you'll end up with that. But this makes a good early garden for like English peas, onions, cabbage, potatoes, and corn. Corn does real good out here if you get the rain. And so we'll just have to wait and see what our season holds. So this can be watered if need be. We've got water not that far from here, and so that may be an option. I don't know. We'll just have to play it by ear and see what happens. So guys, I'm going to get off of here now, and I hope y'all have a great new year. I hope it's prosperous, you're healthy, and it's a safe new year for us all, and trust that you'll be able to improve your life much better. So love y'all, appreciate you, and remember to keep the Lord first in your life, and I promise you he'll bless you for it. Y'all have a great day. Until the next time, thank you, little NC Farmer.